Here you go. Moving on, Statesman Baseball swept Lynn out of the Sunshine State Conference. Games 7-6 with a walk-off win, 13-4 and 7-6. Statesman opened GSC play this weekend against Alabama Huntsville. So with that, we will bring up Statesman Baseball head coach Rodney Batts to make a statement and take your questions.
Well, thank you. It was good to be back on the field and play some more. And, it was a good weekend, a big weekend for us being an in-region game with Lynn, who's, they're a really good team, I think. I really like, their offense. Thought they swung the bats well. Thought it was a really tough offense to have to pitch against. And, to be fortunate to come out of there with 3 wins. And, we're still learning a lot about our team. I think one thing we learned in this weekend was, it really matter what the situation in the game is, whether we're ahead, whether we're behind. I think our bunch is going to fight. I think we got a group that's going to play till the last out. And, we were with the 3 wins, 2 of those in the last at bat, and both of those wins coming when we had a lead and we kind of gave it up. To their defense, we didn't give it away. They earned it. They had some big hits and at the right time. And like I told our team after that game 1 win, it kind of took the wind out of our sail. We had a 2-run lead. They tied up, and a lot of teams could have folded right then. But I think we learned a lot about our bunch. They're going to fight till the end. And, it was a good weekend. I thought our 3 starters gave us a chance to win. Hunter Riggins, I didn't think he was his best. I think he'll be the first one to tell you that. He battled, he competed, but just didn't really have his best stuff. Didn't locate as well as he's capable of. But the other 2 guys, Jackson Rutledge and Cooper Brune, I thought threw exceptionally well. And I think they took a step from the first weekend and pitched a whole lot better and continue to get better. So hopefully that's a good sign of things to come from them. But overall, it was a good weekend and give us some motivation going into this week. And, rained out tomorrow against Arkansas Monticello. So now we look forward to the weekend at Alabama Huntsville, opening up our conference season, which is going to be really tough anytime you go on the road. It's tough in this league. Alabama Huntsville's going to be a good team. They're going to be a scrappy bunch as always. And they're going to have an offensive scheme where they're going to run and hit and run. We're going to put the ball in play and going to be very efficient on the mound. So it'll be a tough conference opener for us.
You guys, in 5 of the 6 games, have scored 7 or more runs. Talk about how your offense is swinging it so early in the season.
Well, we have swung it well. We sat down before the season and kind of made goals about, what some offensive goals we wanted. And my goal was, to score 7 runs a game. They wanted 9. And I said, I'm fine with that. If you can score 9 runs a game, 1 an inning, you got a great chance to win the game. So, we've been fortunate here early. We've gotten some big hits. We've gotten some big 2-out hits with our guys. And it hadn't been the same guy every game. Last weekend it was different guys. This weekend it was some other guys. So, we've hit throughout the order right now. And that's what I've talked to our hitters about, is not having a soft spot in our lineup and being productive 1 through 9. And to be a good offensive team, you're not going to hit 1 through 9 every game. Well, if the top of the order's not doing it, then the bottom of the order needs to do it. The middle of the order's not doing it, the top of it's got to do it. So we've had production throughout our lineup so far in the first 2 weekends. So that's good to see.
Coach, so far in the first 6 games, pitching-wise, I pitched out of some jams, had quite a few walks and hit batters. What's the biggest thing kind of early on that some of these pitchers are kind of struggling with right now?
Well, it's just facing hitters, and some of them it's their first time out, first time seeing live hitters this spring, getting the dirt underneath their feet and getting in that competitive atmosphere. Hopefully the more they go out and do that, the better they'll be. The hit batters don't bother me quite as much. It kind of depends on where they're trying to pitch. If they're trying to throw in, then they hit a guy, at least they're going in, not leaving it over the middle part of the plate. But some of those we're hitting with breaking balls or mislocating. But I've been, the thing I've liked about our bullpen guys is when they've come in and they've gotten in those tough situations, they've been able to dig down and fight through it and make pitches when they had to. You take Chris Pete this weekend, came in game 1 and threw really well. And then you end up coming in game 3 and throwing well again. So, you know, I think it's just more about getting out and playing. That's one thing I don't like about not being able to play this midweek game, is that we've got guys that we need to pitch and guys that we need to get some at-bats. And that's what we need, is just more games under our belt.
This weekend, as a team, you only gave up 1 unearned run as compared to 8 the previous weekends. I know as a head coach, that was a good stat to see.
Well, anytime you look on the board and you got multiple errors up there, that's not good. And so I thought we played better defensively this weekend. Made some plays when we had to have them. Made some big defensive plays in crucial points in the game. And, you know, to be a good team, you got to be a good defensive team. And, yeah, last weekend we gave up a lot. We made an error at the wrong time. Not that there's ever a good time to make an error. But we seemed to make it with 2 outs and seemed to make it with runners in scoring position. So that was good to see us clean up some of that. But I think that goes back to, you know, what I said a while ago, just being on the field more, just being out and getting live reads off the bat. And it's a lot different fielding a ground ball out there in the dirt than it is on this turf football field or in our indoor facility. So hopefully sooner or later this weather will clear up and we can get some consistent work outside. Thank you.